Alright, so now we have up next Personitis running Super Metroid Stardust, being commentated by him and the one and only Desirect. So let me check to make sure, since it's a little different, that things are coming through.
Sorry,
Alright,
sorry to be a little complicated.
you're fine, you're fine. I think we are good to go, so I'm going to hand it over to you and Desi if you want to go and count down.
Yeah, sure thing. Give me a countdown, Dusty, whenever.
All right, five, four, three, two, one, go.
Alrighty, so this is Super Metroid Stardust. This was a hack that was... It's one of the earlier hacks. It was released back in 2009 by the user Tyjet66, I believe. It's a small hack, really condensed. Or items are really condensed. There's a lot of them all over the place. It's kind of exploration. The speedrun makes it out to be more of a boss rush than anything. And yeah, just kick back, enjoy the ride. I'll try to explain what I can as I go along.
So the routing for this game is pretty straightforward. I think there's possibly an option to get Varia at some point. To be honest, I haven't seen too much out of this hack outside of the speedrun, so...
Yeah, this run is going to be skipping collecting Varia Suit and going for 70 tanks and stand up on Mother Brain. That, as I've timed, turns out to only be a few seconds faster, maybe 4 at most. And not having those E-tanks makes just makes Draygon and Ridley a little more difficult. That's really all the difficulty it adds, and surviving Mother Brain. So here in Bomb Teresa's room, I want to avoid touching spikes. I'm going to fight a little bit differently than usual.
Kind of surprised you didn't start in the morph ball, just to try to prevent the damage at the beginning. I don't know if you can.
I'm not sure.
Set up.
So the reason I was like, you want to conserve your energy because you want to get full energy as fast as possible. As far as I know, you pretty much guaranteed to take a little bit of damage at the beginning of the fight. And you want to get missiles from his orbs as fast as you can. So mixing in some power beam shots eases up the length of the fight. Another big thing about Stardust is it's really short, and a good amount of the time saves come from centering door transitions. So when I hit a door, I want it to generally be in the middle of the screen. That way less time is spent trying to have the game automatically move it to the center. And over here are power bombs that usually trip everybody up because they are completely inconspicuous.
When I first started routing this game, the map that I had, I think that door was a super door listed on the map. I don't know if that's what it was intended to be, or if just for some reason the map was wrong.
It might have been that the map was wrong. Bump volume up a tad. Oops. Alright. I'll, ooh, I have volume at max.
Alright, let's see if that's a little better. I just moved it closer. Mine's up as high as it can go as well.
I mean, I suppose I could just speak a little louder. I don't think I can do much in the way of mic audio right now. So the beginning of Stardust is pretty straightforward, just a bunch of hallways you run through. Rooms don't start to get quite so complicated until a little later on. Even then, they're not super complicated. I missed that. This energy tank can be a little tricky to get. The idea is to jump under it and then break spin jump to extend your hitbox upward and grab it, so as you don't have to double back to obtain it.
And it may seem like this hack just has items everywhere, but really what it is the hack is so small, the items to map ratio is much higher.
Yeah.
I guess it ends up being the same thing.
Oof. So, the next upgrade here, the super missiles in the wall. Super missiles are very, very important. You need to...
Which is why we only get 2 packs.
Yes, this run is going to go 10-10. Supers are very important. I'll explain why after this fight. Because Phantoon is also kind of important. I have a backup save in case things backfire here. But if I don't... Since I don't have Charge Beam, if I don't get enough ammo drops in between rounds, I will not be able to refill. There's a chance I won't be able to. And if I send him in the rage mode by shooting him with a super... Ooh, this is not good.
Yeah, hitting it with a super in this layout seems terrible.
This isn't good.
Yeah, it's 4 so far.
Okay, thank you. It's a particularly bad start. That's okay though. Oh, that's not okay.
Your time?
Dang. Ghost is hard, y'all. Okay, so I need 2 and a super.
Yeah.
Alright. Thankfully it gave me fast on the last round, so it's not as bad. So yeah, missile count is really, really important for Phantoon. If he goes into the phase where he's dropping flames from the ceiling, they can't reach the ground because of the ceiling above me. And again, rage mode is really bad. You're pretty much guaranteed to die if that happens. As for supers being important, they are the main damage source for a while until we get past Draygon. So I need to be really conscious of those. Right now, ammo is fantastic. You typically want max ammo. Energy is not too important, since energy tanks are pretty common. Alright, so gravity suit. It's the only suit I'm grabbing. It's the only suit I need.
You know, I'm trying to even remember where Varia is in this hack. It's just not coming to me.
Before speed booster. I'll make note of the room.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're intended to do a hell run.
Yeah.
At least a short hell run before getting Varia suit, which is terrible. I mean, you'd have to go all the way down to North Air and then back up to wrecked ship for some reason. So what's supposed to be the key to getting to wrecked ship?
The key to get into wrecked ship is power bombs. That's all you need to get in. And the first pack is down the Brinstar elevator. Now this seems a little bit out of the way to grab wave beam, but it turns out that there is one gate in specific that requires it, and it is a gate. Oof, rough room there at the end. It's a gate in a room that has some pretty cool movement, in my opinion. Oh, I missed the damage boost. That's a really cool one. Yeah, that door's kind of difficult to center. It's about the best I get.
And because of the length of the hack and how many small rooms there are, of course, it makes it that much more important that you center the rooms as best as you can.
Right. This room's kind of funny. All you do is hold run left and shoot, and you win. Hence why I call it shoot to win. Charge beam's one When I started running this for a community race that was held on Metroid Construction a while ago, not just I, but quite a lot of people ended up forgetting charge beam as it's a little tucked away. And it's kind of important.
I mean, you only need it for Mother Brain, right?
And Ridley.
So these energy tanks are actually also located elsewhere in the world.
Yes.
On the map. If you don't collect them, then they end up here. And that's using a similar sort of trick that I use in the item randomizer to hide items or ensure 4 instances of charge beam. It's a similar concept here. They're just given the same identifier inside of the game. So if you didn't get the E-tank that's in front of the missile below wrecked ship, I believe is the third one that was
yes. Alright, that room went really well.
That was really nice, yeah. Some very clean movement.
Count the bubbles coming off the ground here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then shoot my 5 missiles. Speed booster. Also only required for 1 room in the game, but it's pretty useful. Oops. Against some bosses, it turns out. Or rather, 1 boss in specific. Typical. Also helps speed up rooms.
It's useful against the full range of bosses that are damageable by speed booster.
So Various Suit is off to the left of this room.
Yes, that's right.
And coming up right after this room is my favorite sequence, or my favorite room, sequence of rooms rather. It's all rather fancy. That might be high. Oof. Nope, good. Okay. Alright.
Nicely done so far.
Side hopper room can be a pain to move through. Went well though. And Spore Spawn. Poor Spore Spawn. Finally getting some attention, but he doesn't stand much of a chance for me. I also have to be very conscious not to shoot down here as the door is not locked and I could reset the fight. That'd be very bad.
This is one of the few hacks I've seen that actually leaves a few spaces where you can hide out from Spore Spawn.
Oh, you mean like just the small little alcove in the corner or something? Or not in the corner, but like...
There's the one in the bottom right. Yeah, you can wall jump up to the top. A lot of hackers seem to like Spore Spawn. And putting him in like X-shaped rooms and stuff.
Be coming back up to this tunnel in a second. Oops. Oh, go down. This is a really cool room, inspired by I think a few of the rooms in Cliffhanger. It's another hack. If anybody's familiar with that.
Room.
All right,
if anyone didn't catch it, go ahead.
That was Desi's clip. He made a theory task for this a long while ago, which I couldn't find. He showed that to me. Oh, this is bad. One night, and I figured out it wasn't as difficult as it seemed. Anyway, go ahead.
One night, like a week ago or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that ice beam room, in case you didn't catch it, basically everything in the reflection is also like the layout of what's above, but you just don't see anything above the water. You only see the reflection. Really neat room.
Oh, no, go down. Oops. Alright. Already is a little shaky there. Alright, so Draygon is probably one of the most difficult things about this hack. 7 supers is really important at this point. 7 or more. So I'm going to try and focus and get a 3-round here. Or a 2-round, rather. Alright.
So this fight is going to be basically similar to any other Draygon fight. Also of note, there is a set of supers right outside of this room. The person just likes doing the supers in Norfair, the second set that he picked up over this one. I don't think it's really a major time difference.
Ooh. Stupid shrimp.
Very close. Very close. We don't need the blue suit in this run, so it doesn't really matter how we kill him.
Oh my, stop with the swoops. Okay. Yeah, blue suit is really insignificant. I have to do a shine spark to get out of here, but I'll be building it in another room other than this, hopefully, and getting out with that. Also, because I only got 1 super here, super drops are really important still. From Mother Brain's tank, I'm going to grab one from this cack attack here. And now I'm going to try for Stardust's variant of Plasma Spark, which isn't nearly as difficult, it just shares the name. I missed it. And I got caught by spikes. Oof. Rough.
Very tough. It seems like it's a little more similar to, Oh.
Okay. All's good.
It's a little more similar to a full happy or something like that.
Yeah, about. You just need to kill the rightmost cack attack. I don't know how much damage these pirates do. Hopefully it's not a lot. Oh, it's 40. Okay, yeah. Okay, that could have ended terribly. Thankfully, iframes saved me.
Elminster in the chat does bring up a good point. The Draygon fight the floors 1 tile higher.
Oh, yes.
So you can't, it actually makes the fight different enough.
Typical any percent or Super Metroid in general can build another spark by running under her while she's in her goo phase. That's not possible with this. You kind of slam into the back of her shell, run straight into it if you try.
So that last energy tank that person got is called the trash tank?
Only because you were so hesitant to grab it.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, oh, there's more better tanks. And the next fastest competitor and discovered it was indeed faster to get the trash tank. But I was calling it, you know, the noob trash tank or something. Because I think the other one was just a little more difficult to get or something. I don't
yeah.
remember the specifics.
It's essentially a morph maze to get to.
Right.
Another funny thing to note is I like to call the morph tunnel above the trash tank the garbage disposal. Ooh, bad center? No, that's a good center. Okay.
Yeah, it looks a lot worse when the HUD is kind of obscuring the center.
Yeah.
So, convenient thing about this game that you don't get Varia. You have to get energy tanks. There's a whole lot on the way, so it's not a big deal. and it also enables stand-up, since you're already not getting Varia.
Oh my, those are the worst super drops I've ever seen. Alright, so there's a strat. I just farm these bugs. I need at least 9 super missiles. This is for Mother Brain's tank. I'll go the 10 because I don't like getting pelleted. I'm running bare minimum ammo for Mother Brain's tank, so... And here's Ridley. He's not much different from old Route any percent, except I don't have high jump. Or various suit, I guess you could argue. Getting damaged by him isn't that big of a deal. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a good thing. Ah, come on, don't be like this.
Well, I mean, it's still not something you want to do, especially if you're in the middle of a charge, since those frames won't count towards building your charge. For those who aren't aware, turning around also affects that. Not that that's a big deal for an RTA runner.
Now I can
do no theory tasks.
I can exit Ridley's room early here, but I have to be careful as not to exit too early, otherwise the boss bit does not get set, and that is really important. The typical cue is to nice. The typical cue is to wait until the room stops shaking to exit. If you do it beforehand, run is most likely dead at high level play. Alright, got the jump.
Such an odd idea, leaving the room to a boss open.
Right? These rooms are all locked with specific boss doors. Kraid does not exist, and instead Spore Spawn is in his place as the Brimstone boss.
I feel like Starduct is a better name for this hack.
Star what?
Starduct.
Starduct.
Apparently the title had a typo in it. But it is just a series of tubes.
Oops. So this little thing here in the middle that I'm standing on, crouched on, whatever, this makes Metroid skip insanely difficult, if possible at all. I believe Desi has mentioned that it is, but it hardly saves any time.
I actually, like, under human conditions, I don't think it's possible.
Alright.
Like even in a theory task sense, I don't think it's possible. I mean, task, you can just build a super short charge or something, right?
Alright, and here's a good Mother Brain room, hopefully.
Amusingly enough, when people first started running that, they did not know you could do the Zephyr skin like that.
Alright. Whew!
We're in there.
Still gotta get stand-up, though.
I'm not attached.
Good attempts, Brain. Good attempts. Kind of waited on the 15th shot because I didn't want to be in the air when ketchup went off.
And yes, ED, you can flash suit to skip the Metroid in this hack. It's okay. We don't, us normal people don't consider those things. Flash suit is not something I'd want to put in a run, even if it is a 30-minute run.
I'm not sure that there'd be anywhere good to get it either.
Metroid skip, you know.
Yeah.
Any place to actually, yeah. There's, you would have to manually do it and just hit the timing or something.
Alright.
It would be really cool to see them. Because you don't even get spring ball in this hack. I mean, what the heck kind of hack is this?
Ooh, this is
I mean, I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
somewhere, yeah. You can get it in the escape, actually, but you aren't likely to survive after doing so. This was a really bad stand-up.
Honestly, like, stand-ups are really about not taking hits. If you take a hit, it's so much worse than if you actually. Like, you want to have the Metroid fill you up as quickly as possible, and you want to do it without taking any hits, because both of those things will extend the time of the cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like your stream may have stopped.
Oh no. What? That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, your picture just stopped.
Should be trying to
Can
reconnect.
you
Oh my
restart
goodness. Right at the end, why? Oh, it says it's still going, yeah, give me a sec. Oh, crap, I need to get to a door. Oh, that was pretty poor. Yep, is it? Or no? Well, sorry about that. I haven't had any issues recently. Of course, this would be the time to have one. And you really shouldn't miss, but it can happen.
So, and in addition to that missile, there's also a power bomb, and that kind of mis-shaped tile there. Decided to stop going up the left side. I don't blame you.
I was trying it earlier and it wasn't working out, so... fun note, it's possible to get the Bomb Triozo's room with the time allotted. Curiosity, can I get a time?
Let's see, do I have it up? I see stream delay. So let's see, what was your escape time?
My escape time?
Yeah, what was your final time at the end of the escape?
Oh, I didn't quite catch it.
It's gonna be like a low to mid 29. Looks like.
Dang.
Also, the timer is going to be wrong, Ellen says. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, timer would be wrong. Oh wow. So I cut out after the
That's
second,
weird,
after like the third
I
room of
was
the
watching-
escape.
Like it stopped for Mother Brain, and then it came in about a minute and a half into the escape.
Oh no.
And no problems from there. No problems from there. So when I said the timer, it synced up. I don't know what the time was though.
Dang.
We're just gonna go with a mid to high 28.
Probably. With that Phantoon.
I'm really looking forward to Impossible.
Yes, that is up next, ladies and gentlemen.
that
Super
is.
Metroid Impossible by Lee Oren. Should be an exciting / nail-biting run. Looking forward to it. Again, thank you, Personitis, for running Stardust, and thank you, Desiree, for coming by to commentate.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
So while we transition here, we'll be working on setting up for Super Metroid Impossible. If you're just joining us for the first time, and you're wondering, what is the Oceanfly Marathon? This is a marathon that has been set up to help raise money for one of our top-tier European speedrunners to come to SGDQ and race in any % this summer. So we have the schedule linked there. We have a donate button, or a donate link rather, in chat as well that's been put by Nightbot. Check out the schedule, see what kind of stuff we have coming up. We still have about another 14 and a half hours of Super Metroid coming up, so stay tuned. We're going to start working on switching to Super Metroid Impossible.